Hello there, Carson Panthers. My name is Miss McCoy Williams or Miss Mac. Just want to give a great big shout out to all the PT teachers. Thank you so much for allowing me to slide into your classrooms today for this mini lesson, and to all the students whom I have not yet had the chance to meet. Hello, 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 hello. So now, why am I here today in front of you? I am here because I teach a class called Strategies for Success, and it is very closely aligned with some of the things that you as students said you wanted to know more about in a survey that you took a while back. Things such as how to be a better problem solver, or how to manage your time better, how to become a little more organized and get all your stuff together. Maybe it's how to plan better. And then the biggie is you just want to know, what does studying look like? What does it look like? How do I prepare for it? So today I'm going to talk to you about two major things, on how to focus a little better so that we can get to that part where we're studying, because you can't study something if you never learned it in class. So we're going to talk about how to focus better, and we're going to talk about how to come into your class organized. What do you do to make sure that you're an organized student? All of those things lead to success as a student. So let's just jump right on into it. It's all about how to study smarter, not harder. Smarter, not harder. You don't need to study for 3 and 4 hours at a time. I teach students to chunk that time into little bitty bits. Different people need different things. Some people need to take it up a notch. Some people need to take it down a notch. If you're one of those that's studying for 4 hours, you're one of those studying for 0 hours. We need to do different things. So before we whip out a recipe for how to do this better, it's not a recipe for all. Each individual person is going to have their thing to do. So what I'd like for you to do is take a little quiz, or maybe you already took it. The quiz is, what kind of student are you? Answer the questions. Just pause me for a few minutes, answer the questions, and then come right back. All right, so now you're back. You have your totals already. And what you're looking at now is a quote. In my classroom, we use a quote almost every single day. We read it, we discuss it, and then we try to pull from it anything we can to see if we can learn something about ourselves. Anything that can maybe help us get to the next highest level version of ourselves. Can't be that you've peaked in middle school, so there's always some kind of room to grow. All right, so the quote is, I'm going to tell it like it is. I hope you can take it like it is. I'm that way with my students, and I encourage them to be that way with themselves. If you can look at yourself and say, self, we have this, this, and this to do. If you can call the shots with yourself, be honest with yourself, then it puts you in a much better place to figure out how you need to grow, and what little tweaks do you need to make yourself the best version of you can be. So now, were you in the 16 to 20? Fantastic. You're probably hitting this on all 4 cylinders, or all 6 cylinders, whatever the saying is, and you're doing great. Maybe a few small tweaks here and there, maybe a little adjustment here, or a little adjustment there, but you're doing great. Say you're hitting more into the 11 to 15. Okay, there are a few gaps in what you're doing. Maybe it's your organization, maybe it's your planning. Where is it that you're falling down because something is pulling your score down? Where is it? Find it, address it, be honest with yourself, and then you can improve it. What if you're hitting down into the 0 to 10 areas? Okay, so if you're honest with yourself, you know there's some work to do. And that's exactly what you should be telling yourself. Self, we have some things to do. We have some changes to make. But the good thing is, there's no time like the present. You can start wherever you like. All right, so now why don't we hop on over and see, where is it? What exactly where did you score low? Was it because of your organization? Are you late to school every day because you don't have things packed in your backpack? Maybe, is that it? Are you late to school every day because you just can't find the charger, you can't find your laptop, you're running around all around the house trying to get all your things together when you could have packed that backpack the night before and sat it by the door? Possibility. What about it? What if it's your planning? Do you never know when you're up on the missing assignments list because you never really wrote it down? You never really took a moment to either do it digitally, or set up an app, or use a planner book, or write it on pieces of paper. Have you not done that? There's a famous quote by Yogi Berra. If you don't know where you're going, you'll end up someplace else. Famous New York Yankees catcher. Very appropriate quote. Make a plan. You may not hit your plan A. Maybe it ends up being plan B, but at least you have a plan. What if it's your focus? What if you're sitting in class and you're always the one that we look around and everybody's moving and you're thinking to yourself, what are they doing? I have no idea what they're doing. No idea. Because the teacher just said it, but you weren't focused. You were not paying attention. Or at the end of the lesson, you go sit down to work and you're looking around thinking, I have no idea how to get started. Okay, if that's you, you need to fine tune your focus. Focus is needed everywhere. You're playing a sport. It takes focus to take a little racket and hit an even smaller ball. You can work on that. You can train yourself to focus better. Time management. Time management is one of those things. You just have to learn in this life how to manage your time as opposed to letting your time manage you. Sometimes that starts with yet another very hard look at your truths. Write down all the hours in a day and see how many are attributed to video games. Yipes. How many are attributed to social media? Double yipes. I know you're on those phones. You try to have the phone during the school day. The beauty is you can have enough hours in the day to do everything you need. The fun, the study, the family, the eating, soccer, music, cheerleading, art, whatever it is you do. You need to be well-rounded, but to be that, you need to manage your time well. Let's start with this. Arthur Ashe, famous tennis star from many decades ago, but I love the quote. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can do. It doesn't have to be some great, big, huge 10-point system that you need to follow. You just need to start. How did we all start walking? 1 foot at a time, right? 1 step at a time. So let's start there. Let's just talk about what you need. The key to being organized is having a place for everything, right? First thing you need to know, well, what's everything? What do you need? I bet you know what you need to go to your soccer game. I bet you know what you need to go to your baseball game or your basketball or whatever it is you do out of school. I bet you know what you need. So I know that you know what you need to be successful in school. I know you do. Notebooks, backpacks. Do you need folders or binders, pens, pencils, markers? You know what you need. So just gather it. Gather it all. Make sure that you're thinking of school the way you think of all the things you do out of school. Apply what you do there to school. Easy first step. Okay, let's look at the next thing, that backpack. What does that backpack look like? PT teachers, if you feel, go ahead and pause it and make them look in that backpack. In my class the other day, there were all kinds of realizations going on. Stacks of paper coming out of backpacks like this. Don't be a part of the loose paper crew. If your backpack is filled with loose papers, organize it. Put them all out, spread them out. Get a bunch of folders, 20-cent folders, or as teachers, we all have them. Get some folders and have one folder for graded papers, one folder for this, one folder for that. Whenever you get it, you put it in that one place. It's kind of called a one-touch rule. You touch it one time. Instead of taking it, putting it on your desk, then putting it on your desk and stuffing it into your backpack. Then every time you want to get something, you have to touch that paper 15 times. Do it one time. Take it, put it where it's supposed to go. That's the key. Have a place for everything. Think if you were taking this backpack here on the screen to a camping trip. Would it be important if you have everything you need in it? You need water. You need something, a cup to be able to drink. Say you get stuck out there. Do you have some kind of compass? Do you have a blanket? Do you have a place to sleep? Do you have bug repellent? You would pack that thing with everything you need to survive that camping trip, right? So treat school like that. Treat school like that. Pack that thing, have it at the door before you leave. You know the other cool thing you could do with that backpack? So you don't go in these classrooms and have strings of cord to charge your computers. What if you took your backpack and opened it and everything's nice and neat and they're ready for the next morning so you don't have any stress, but you have that laptop up and it's charging, sitting on the floor near the door, plugged in. So when you leave or in your room, plugged in, and then you move the charger, you never even have to bring it because your laptop would always be charged. So little things, what do they call them? Life hacks that make your life a little easier. Okay, let's fly to the next one. So let's say that we're discussing now your planner. Here's the question I asked my students the other day. So you have to remember stuff about history. You have to remember English. You have to remember math. You have to remember science. You have to remember things for electives. You have to remember a lot of things so you can take a quiz or a test, correct? write the correct paper, do the correct analysis, do the science project correctly. There are sometimes you have instructions, and sometimes you just have to remember it. Well, your assignments, your quiz dates, your test dates, your project dates, none of that has to be memorized. So why would you put your brain through the stress of trying to remember it? Don't. That's one thing you don't have to remember. One thing that you can just write down. Write the tasks down and take that pressure right off of your brain. Helps you stay organized. It gives you a plan. You know what to do. And then it makes your life a little easier. You're not always running around thinking, what? I missed that? I had that missing assignment? Wait, is that due? Oh no, I didn't start studying it. So make sure you take that one stress off of your brain and just write it down. Okay, so just to sum this up. 1, have a place for everything. If you don't, then start where you are. Use what you have. Use paper clips if you have to, if that's all you have. Use whatever you have and just do what you can do. Set up the places. Set them up. Is it your room that needs organized? Are you terrified to go into your bed? You're scared that something under there might come out and you don't want to deal with it? You want to deal with that later? That's fine. But set up the places right now for things that are important right now. Your entire life doesn't have to be organized, but the things that are important, yeah, they do. All righty. Then the cool thing after that, now you set up your places, you have everything in the places. Now you just need to monitor and maintain. Say that you took every Monday or Tuesday, whichever day had Panther time, Monday or Tuesday, whichever day you have a Panther time. And you took that time, just 5 minutes to maintain. Check your backpack. Are your notebooks good? Are you a member of the loose paper crew? Papers flying everywhere? Just take time to monitor and maintain. Okay, Rachel Carson, so that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much to Chinmaye and Shreya for being my amazing slide queens. A special thank you to all my unpaid Rachel Carson models who pose for all my photographs. And a special big hug to Miss Carr. Thank you so much for being a very patient video teacher. Thanks. My goal is that you will all, or my hope is that you will all go out and find one strategy that you can use today. Have a good one. See you next time.